Hi, my name is Mike Bird. I'm the CEO here at Social Garden, and today I'm with our property director, Nick Sproul, and we're talking about channel coordination. And so what that means is really looking at what does the consumer digital media ecosystem look like, and how can we leverage mispricing within those channels to really connect with consumers and drive a lower cost per sale. So Nick, how can property development companies and real estate agencies reduce their cost per sale and create competitive advantage through a better understanding of today's digital media ecosystems and the digital channels that prospects are looking at before they go on to buy a property?
Yeah, look, I must admit, Mike, it's a really good time to be a property marketer. I mean, 10 years ago when I was on the tools, on the client side, it was one channel and one channel alone, and maybe, a bit of domain as well. The beauty now is we've got a massive ecosystem of channels to market here. So it's a much more egalitarian environment where you've got multiple different ways to touch base with an audience, but equally importantly is that each channel serves a different purpose. So the better you can understand the purpose of each of those channels and how consumers are using them and how to connect the dots between each one, the more likely you are to be more efficient with your media spend and therefore achieve much better cost per sale.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, certainly when people are on the major kind of publishing websites, without a doubt, they're in the property market.
Absolutely.
And those are great intent markers.
Of course.
But the reality of the situation is that just because someone's on one of those sites today doesn't mean they're not on other sites. And with 71% market penetration on platforms like Facebook and Instagram, we're seeing a huge opportunity for kind of underpriced media for developers and real estate agents to really connect with those consumers in a low cost environment and then drive them through to that sale and really having a blended approach.
Absolutely. And I think the beauty of it is that for each project and each market, you'll have subtle differences between how each channel is performing, and the more you can move your money between those environments to where you're getting the right message, the right customer at the right price, the better your campaigns are going to be, and ultimately the bottom line reflects in that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot like a channel strategy. Some channels are going to be more cost effective, some are going to be more expensive. But what we find really works is when you have a mix of all different channels, but making sure that you're thinking about the consumer and their level of intent and where they're at in the stage of the process, as opposed to thinking this channel, this strategy.
Yeah, and the beauty of having those diverse strategies is you're going to get people at all stages of the purchase cycle, and therefore you're going to have a really rich database if you get their intent early enough as well, to be able to really run your sales process effectively and know that you've got X amount of hot leads, X amount of warm leads, and X amount of prospectors, and each one is on a very different journey. So it just makes the process of driving property sales that much more effective.
Yeah, I think as we've seen with the recent massive kind of adoption of the property market within Facebook and within other kind of social media based channels, we're seeing still a massive underpricing of that media relative to kind of some of the returns and the cost per sale that we're able to drive.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
Well, we've actually created a consumer insight report for the first 5 people that request it. So what we're doing is seeing how many of your people and your prospects in your CRM are also on Facebook and Instagram, and we're providing that report free of charge. So for the first 5, drop in your details and we'll run that report for you. All the best.